Welcome to Cybertopia. This is Harbouring a Grudge. Despite becoming entirely environmentally friendly over the decades, the logistics of long-distance freight remain largely unchanged from the early 21st century. Cargo still travels via large sea or airborne transport powered purely by electricity generated through Amazing Corp's immense infrastructure. It leaves its respective ports and arrives at ports on the other side, and the same old checks and restrictions occur to prevent illegal trade. Gigantic automated warehouse complexes have been set up to track and store items suspected of breaches, such as breaking biochemical quarantines or subverting technological patents. Although Amazing Corp stretches well beyond the power and capacity of individual governments to police, the company has formed its own set of rules for these governments to enforce for the purpose of maintaining a semblance of order and preventing the rise of disruptive factions. However, it is not uncommon for precisely these rules to cause them their own inconveniences, albeit temporarily, since they do have the legal and monetary resources to resolve really any situation within days. On this particular occurrence, though, the delivery does not have days. The time-sensitive classified materials within the incorrectly impounded crates will begin to expire in 24 hours if not connected to the uniquely equipped Amazing Corp storage facility. It needs retrieving quickly, however this also needs to be discreet. After all, Amazing does not want to be seen to be openly disrespecting the social and commercial systems they prop up.
Hello, I'm Ray.
Hey, nice to meet you.
Sam Cassa, mi casa es su casa.
So as usual, you're all stored in cryo beds between missions for rejuvenation and repairs, and you are lifted up and the doors swing open and you see before you a hollow screen. It's an unfamiliar face this time before you've not met this person. It's a elder looking gentleman dressed up in military looking garb, and he looks quite disgruntled. All right, you sentient flesh sacks. There's been a change of management, so I'm going to be taking care of things around here from now on. We're done with all this tabula rasa nonsense. You're all just Amazing Corp now, and we're going to be doing things differently with you. I ain't getting involved in what you do or how, and frankly, I don't care. Just get your jobs done. George, record this, will you? I don't want to have to say this shit every time. Now, get out there, kick some ass, and don't make me regret keeping this whole department around. And he just blips away, and up comes another face. It's a pretty timid, small little guy. Oh, hi, everybody. I'm George. Hi. So, yeah. You heard the new boss. He's in charge now, and old lady Helvetica's gone. She's she wasn't the nicest, but yeah, she at least talked to me sometimes. Anyway, so yes, we've got this new mission, and I'm supposed to take you through the details, I guess. They've requisitioned the AI for more important duties, and so it's my job now. We've got a situation where some of the a delivery's been redirected. We suspect there's been some funny business with the anti-corp movement, and they've managed to get some of our stuff impounded. Bioran, you were on the mission where this stuff was supposed to be delivered, right? It's that stuff off the train that you were doing. That stuff's gone awry. So yeah, we need you to basically go into the impound lot to get it back, because otherwise it's gonna go bad. I can't tell you what's in them. They don't even tell me. But yeah, it's important stuff, and it's got an expiry on it, and it's like tomorrow. So we need to send you in there like now. So it's just like it's an ordinary warehouse complex, and there's like lots of warehouses where they put stuff when it comes in from the boat. Actually, she was right. I'm not very good at these note taking, so I should write better next time. Security is expected to be minimal. Most of this stuff's automated these days. It'll be in one of those warehouses. There's 3 boxes, large crates, like the size of a cupboard, I guess. That's what you're after. You just need to get in there, find them, and get them out, and get them back kind of safely. Try not to make too much noise or fuss. We don't want it coming back out that Amazing Corp's been subverting their own laws and whatnot. So, I guess I have to do Alpha India's job now as well and help you get your gear and whatnot. So, why don't you tell me a bit about what yous are going to be doing, and we can figure out what to do from there. Okay? So now we'll do some character intros. Why don't we start with Ray and Buran? Why don't you tell us a bit about yourself and what your character's like?
Yeah, so I am playing Buran, the Gloomy Walker pilot. So basically, he runs around piloting a walker, getting all sorts of things done. And then...
It's like a mech pilot, really, isn't he?
A mech pilot, yes, exactly. Usually he goes out with his walker, and he's a little bit of, a pessimist, if you will. He doesn't really have any self-confidence, but he's quite capable while doing his walker business, so he maybe should be a little bit more confident, but
Likes to be in the mech.
Yes.
Not so comfortable outside of the mech.
Exactly. Likes to just press the buttons and not get close and personal with anything, really.
Like a security mech.
Pretty much, yeah. So, he's gonna use his transforming amazing climate-saving walker trademark, and then also his usual by-air blasters. He's good at shooting things, he's somewhat decent at doing hardware jobs, and that's really it.
Cool. I think an ideal character to be bringing on a mission where we have to retrieve these large crates of secret materials. And next we'll go to Pan.
Nox slides out of their cryo bed, and you see that they are a tall, slender, dark-skinned black individual. They're only wearing these black leather trousers, these tight black leather trousers, no top.
I suppose it's not the party gear from the first episode, so...
No, they've got like a glove on one hand, like a pink glove, and their head is bald and missing the back of it. What you see is a kind of cyborg-esque Lego connector plate, just all chrome, and he reaches into the cryo bed, pulls out this wig. So it looks like a mop head at first, but he slots it on his head. It comes to life as lights start to glow out on the scalp and down through it, like a bunch of fiber optic wires. Yeah. And this wig starts to float lightly in the air as if moved by a small breeze or like a very lazy octopus.
I love that description.
And as he puts it on, it's blue, and he holds out his wrist and starts scrolling through something on his wrist on a little readout as the wig changes colors while he's trying to figure out what to look like today.
Oh, nice. I like that. Oh, that would be handy. Imagine if you just change it. Oh, I think I'll go blue today. No, green.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We were blue last time, so we're gonna mix up a little bit today. It's good.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's it. He also pulls out like a big fluffy jacket, which he just swings on around himself. And that is Nox. He is tall, femme, and chromed up.
Yep. Awesome. Okay. And Cassa, why don't you tell us about your character?
Alright, so my character's name is Amelia Sweet. She comes out of the cryo bed and she's got a big cowboy hat on, black cowboy hat with some silver wiring around where the belt is supposed to be or whatever. And she's just small and sweet. She doesn't really look that intimidating or whatever. Usually you would just look past her, but on her hip, there's a Colt action revolver, and she's always got a finger on it or on a hand on it, so it always just kind of looks like she's got a hand on her hip. But she's just quiet unless she needs to talk, and just very serious. And the call to action has a name as well, but I guess we'll get into that as the mission progresses.
It's all right, partner. I'll do the talking for both of us.
Oh, yeah, well, Darlin is more of the talker.
Hell yeah! Okay, team. So, we've got quite a good setup here, I think. You're pretty good at what you do. I know, Amelia, it's your first mission with our group, but I'm sure Nox and Buran can show you the ropes and that. And, do you have any questions before we send you out to the field?
Not that I can think of right now. And I forgot to mention also that Amelia is a cyborg as well. So she's got a robot arm.
Oh, nice. Oh, real recognize real. Nox just looks up from putting on their boots to go, oh, nice chrome. And without being particularly polite about it, just starts checking out your arm.
Oh, yeah, no, that's all right. I really like your hair, too.
Hey, thanks. It's a duonetic cyber implant. Lets me initiate protocol breaking systematic firmware reintegrations easier. But this is nice. How hard can you punch?
Oh, well, I'm pretty strong, I'd like to say.
Man, I was gonna get one of those.
Let's hope that you don't get on the other side of my fist. Is all I'm trying to say.
Oh, hey, okay.
Hey, yeah.
Wait.
Hands off the merchandise.
It's all right.
Buren uncomfortably shifts behind you as you say, "Don't get on the wrong side of my fist." Just like shuffles behind you to not be in front of you.
Where'd that voice come from?
Oh, yeah, no, that's Darlin. That's my gun right here.
No way! Again, like totally starts touching it, but as they start touching it, their hair starts to float towards it as well. It's how they interface with things.
Hey, back off, man.
Oh, it's all right, darling. He seems friendly enough.
Hey, I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah, Nox is super geeking out. Is this low AI?
Yeah.
This is super illegal and super cool. I like it.
Oh, just keep it a secret. All right.
Can I also get a talking walker, please?
Yeah, I guess Buren, we haven't got that upgrade for you, but yeah, maybe next time we can see what we can figure out. Yeah, Darling's kind of a experimental item, I suppose. But yeah, we'll look into a talking walker, a talker. Oh yeah, I made a funny.
A walkie-talkie?
A walkie-talkie. Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Yeah, Helvetica would have gotten that first, I guess. He would have gone to that first.
Yeah, the priorities have changed somewhat since the takeover. So
Right.
yeah. Anyway, so there's two ways into the into the impound. I don't know which one you prefer, but there's the main entrance. There's like a little guardhouse and the plasma barriers and stuff, and there's the sea entrance because it is like a harbour impound. But that's you need like a authorized vessel to get in that part. So I guess we can come either way.
Oh, so Bran, can your walker swim?
Can my walker swim, Ben?
If you want it to be able to swim, sure. Yeah. I don't see why it can.
If I can get an extension on my budget, then sure. So it's really up to him. He like points at the screen.
Yeah, George seems like a nice guy, right?
Yeah, George, you're a nice guy, right? You can do that.
I mean, I'm not really in charge. I'm just like the.
I mean, hey, George, listen. You don't want to go back and tell me that you didn't get a swim walker and the mission didn't go as well, right? I mean, come on. Like,
oh no, he's going to shout at me again.
He's going to shout at you. He's probably going to call you names and stuff.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I'm sure we can put on the swim modules for your walker.
Yeah.
Buren, did your walker have a name? I'm trying to find it on the file so I can get an upgrade done.
Yeah, so I just call it the Amazing Climate Saving Walker. It's trademarked by your company, so that's probably its name.
ACS? Axe?
Axe is cool.
Axe, yeah. Let's call it Axe.
Okay, well, yeah, I'll get the I'll get the armory to put on that then.
Dude, you should go for like a repaint while they're at it.
Can I also get a repaint?
Oh man,
Yeah, it's important for like stealth.
We've only got like 24 hours to get this done.
Actually, I've been working on a new model for quite a while. He just like displays like a hologram, and it's like like explosion shot of every single like component that's needed. Yeah, it's completely different from the current model. So far,
here's one I made earlier, sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. So before it was like a round hull and like arms and legs, pretty simple. But now it looks more like a Gundam, like a human-shaped thing.
Oh, we're gonna need that for the mission 100%. Greg, if you could put that through, otherwise, I'm like, yeah, come on, you can do that, right?
I suppose.
Great.
We'll put a rush on it, I guess. They know that this is an important mission, so yeah. So I'm guessing you want to go through the sea entrance. Are you going under the sea?
Sure.
Yeah, we all start humming and they doesn't get it.
I mean, it's called a walker, so we'll probably want to be walking on the sea ground.
Yeah, I think under the sea in the new Walker V2X. Yeah, you can make that happen, right? We're good.
All right. Well, I guess we'll get a couple of extra seats put in there, I suppose, and you can all just fit in the cockpit and go under the sea. All right. I don't know how the security protocols work at this place. That maybe the plasma fence goes under the water, but I'm sure when you get up to there, maybe you can like hack into it with your special hackingness. Honestly, I'm not really all that familiar with all this stuff, but you know what you're doing, so I'm sure you'll be fine.
Yeah, no, you're the company guy. Yeah,
You're great at your job, George. Don't worry. Don't let these corporate whatevers tell you that you're not doing the best job you can possibly do. Thank you.
yeah, George, you're putting yourself out there, man. Well done.
Thank you very much. I am working on the note taking, I swear. Okay, well, if there's nothing else, we better get you out there. I suppose we'll airdrop you into the sea like 100 meters out or something. You should be fairly discreet from there, and you can walk in from that point. And good luck. You seem like nice people, so I hope you make it back alive and everything's good. And yeah, don't forget the boxes. You need the boxes. That's the important thing. Okay?
3 boxes, wardrobe size. Got it.
All right. Bye, everybody. Good luck.
Bye.
And he waves.
Thanks, we're gonna
Wait,
need
how
it.
do you turn this thing off again? Oh yeah, okay. Bye. And it blips away.
The second he's gone, I'm like, we're gonna rinse that guy, right? Like we're gonna.
Oh, but
This dude's-
George seems like a sweet guy.
Yeah, no, he's a totally sweet guy. A sweet guy who's gonna get us a new mech, repainted.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys. That's the nicest thing anyone's ever done for me.
I don't worry about it, man.
Oh,
If we're gonna do this, we gotta do this in style, right?
that's true.
The sweethearts are always the easiest to get.
We could get Darren a paint job.
Oh, no. Darling is just perfect the way he is. It's all right.
Yeah, I don't need no fancy nonsense. Okay, right. So, unless there's anything else, you will all get airdropped into the sea in Buran's walker. So, you land in the sea in a big bottle of Axe body spray.
No.
That's a drop pod, actually.
Yeah, the drop pod looks like a can of Axe body spray.
And yeah, it plunges in and the pod opens and Buran is able to walk out onto the sea floor. So you know the direction to walk in to get to the impound harbour. I'm assuming you just walk in a straight line straight towards it?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, let's have the first roll of the night then. We'll have a piloting roll to see how well you manage to get yourself and the rest of the team. Because you are responsible for everybody now. Their lives are in your hands.
Nice. I love that you just had a mech. That's cool.
You can do it, Brian. You got it.
More so, it's even Gundam-esque.
So I guess you can pile on as many of the stats that you have that are relevant here. So walker pilot, all of the stuff about your walker that is relevant.
Yeah, I think it's only the core in this case. So +3 to piloting walkers. It's a 12 plus 3, so 15 total.
Okay. The water isn't the calmest. There's a bit of a current going through, so it's not the easiest of journey, but you struggle and you trudge forwards, and it maybe takes a bit longer than you were hoping for, but you get there eventually.
Also, Bjorn is super stressed out because he has other people in the walker and he's totally not used to that. This is his safe zone, so he's like super nervous and like,
Nox totally hasn't stopped talking about how cool mechs are the whole time. I'm so sorry.
Do not touch the radio.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, no, Amelia's looking at everything, like quietly touching things, but nothing really.
Oh man. Oh, I'm stressed out for Bjorn. But eventually you get up to a sea gate, which it's not a physical thing. You can just see visible lasers that are going through the water, like right down to the seabed. And they're like an orangey, reddy kind of color. And you can see there's some plasma residue going into the water around the lines of these lasers. You can tell there's absolutely no way that the walker could fit between the lasers or through the lasers. You don't know what would happen if you touched these, if it would do physical damage or set off an alarm or something, but they look dangerous.
Can we see any kind of start point or end point from the lasers, like a gate type thing? Or are they just like a cross and we can't see it?
You're about, let's say you're 20 meters under the water. And there's no visible physical source of the lasers under the water. You'd assume it must be above the water. And actually, when you were flying in, you would have seen that above the water there were metal railings that the lasers seem to be expanding from.
Okay. So these lasers are vertical, they're not horizontal.
Let's say they're crisscrossing.
Right, gotcha. And they're from there. Okay, so I'm just going to lean obnoxiously over the pilot chair and go, looks like we got to go up. If we get up there, maybe I can try and find a way out. See if we can't get these lasers grids turned off.
Okay. Yeah, I guess if there's a paint job that's making the walker more concealed, that would come in handy now. So we'll just like float up and hope that we're not spotted as we take a look at the source of the lasers.
Okay.
I imagine like just the top of the...
Oh yeah, just the eye of the gunman. Yeah, exactly.
Like real Jawsing it.
Just periscope up.
Yeah. What do you have, periscope?
Okay, well, if you want to do this stealthily, let's have a stealth roll for the mech then.
Okay. So it's again just the piloting.
Just piloting again then, yeah.
Oh man, there's only a 5, so 8 total.
Okay, so you go to float yourself and you maybe just overestimate the amount of thrust you're going to need to get off the seafloor, and you shoot up way too fast. And instead of just popping the top up, you like shoot right out of the water.
Oh no.
Maybe you go a good like 5-10 meters out of the water, and then you come back down and splash right down onto the water. And it makes a huge splash and water goes everywhere. But there doesn't seem to be any sort of reaction anywhere. There's no alarms going off. There's no rushing security around or anything. Let's say it's kind of dusk sort of time, so the light is starting to go down, and there doesn't seem to be any activity really that you can see immediately. You're at least floating on the top of the water now. And from here, you can all see, there's this bar going all around the outside of the harbour that has these lasers protruding from them. They're going up and they're going down. Maybe they're going up like a good 20 meters up from the sea.
Oh, wow, this is high up.
And then also down to the seabed as well from this metal bar that's going around.
Okay, so like after going like way too high and down again, there's like a brief moment of just like grabbing the console.
This is like a theme park ride here.
Yeah, I don't think they saw us. I am going to be sick.
Not inside the water.
Sorry.
Not inside Axe.
No, God, no. Oh,
Okay.
your hand would have a breakdown. Oh, no.
Yeah, that's all good, but this has like a person barfing, so you can just like press it if it gets too urgent.
It's a good
It
button.
pops out a little bag for me. Great, thanks.
I think if we shoot this thing, they're probably going to know we're coming.
Yeah.
Okay, I can probably maybe I can hack it. See if I can like turn it off for a bit, then back on when we're past.
Oh.
Give it a shot.
Yeah, if we can find some kind of control system, then I can give it a go. I'm gonna need backup though in case there's any guards up there.
Yeah, of course. Let's try to see how close we can get to the bar, and I'll come with you.
Okay, sounds good. That's a plan.
So are you two going to get out of the walker? So you're like on top of it and then float over to the bar, or how are you doing this?
Yeah, if there's a bar, like, as we popped out of the bar, did it seem like there was like a control room or anything? Was it just like one long bar with no way of like interfacing?
It is one long bar. There do seem to be connections that you could probably tap into on the bar if you get right up to it.
So does the walker have an interface to where we could connect to it inside the walker and then your character could do the hacking? Or do you actually need to be like exiting the walker and use your own tools, whatever they are?
No, yeah, it's the hair that does it, so they have to actually interface.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you'd set the walker up to be like a hacking walker or something, it could have interface ports integrated into it, but you're the transport and movement walker. So, I've got an image kind of the two of you kind of surfing on top of the walker and Buran just kind of gingerly moving it closer and closer. Not too close, not too close.
Yeah, maybe we can, is it big enough for us both to fit in a hand, or is it not that big?
Probably not that big.
Oh yeah, we can do that. Yeah, you can reach up on top of the head.
You'd be standing on the
swim from there.
cockpit right above Buran's head, and he's just like staring up. Oh no.
Sure, that makes sense.
Not the glass.
Okay, we need a signal in case everything's going real bad. So, what's the signal, guys? We can tell you, Buran, if something we need help.
Yeah.
What do you hate the most, Buran?
Getting wet.
Okay. Nox looks around to see. Okay.
Maybe this wasn't the best idea.
Yeah. Wait, Buran wanted to go in the water though. What's his idea?
I mean, I'm inside the walker, so it doesn't really matter where I am.
Okay, all right. So if we're in trouble, the password is splish splash. Splish splash. That's the
He
next word.
winces a little bit as you say that.
Yeah,
Sure.
there you go. See? It's working.
We'll say that you've got like in-ear communicators, so you can be in touch with each other even when you're not immediately in the same vicinity.
Cool. All right, let's get out there then.
Okay, so
Alright.
if the two of you climb out, I'm not going to make another mech movement roll because I think you've done enough of those.
Enough damage.
But you can get up to right up next to the bar that is emitting these lasers. And then I think what we'll say is that Amelia will be doing an assist roll to help Nox hack into or connect to the bar to try and disable it or whatever he's trying to do. So
Yeah.
you can use whatever you think would be relevant to helping in this situation. And then whatever your roll is will give a potential modifier to Nox's roll.
All right. So my core is a +3 engineering. So like maybe if I see like wires or something, then I'll be like, hey,
Yeah.
maybe this one will
Pointing
connect you
towards it,
closer
yeah.
to
Nice.
what we need.
Yeah, like that. Cool.
Sounds good.
So if you roll that, and then we'll see what you get to add, if anything.
14 + 3, so 17.
Nice.
Very nice.
Nice. Okay, so a 17 gives a +2 to the assist. So Nox will have +2 on top of whatever they're rolling for the hack.
Yeah, cool. So what are we looking here? It's just like a open access panel kind of thing?
Let's say with that 17 from Amelia, you can identify a particular spot on this bar where you're like, okay, I can get one of my fiber optics into that and see what I'm able to connect to there.
Cool. So I'm going to roll plus my core, which is hacker, and I get +2 from my holotech rig as well, right?
Yep.
Cool. And that is it. Don't need any other stuff, so I'm going to roll.
And then +2 from Amelia as well.
That's 17.
Nice. Okay. Yeah, so you're able to
Hey.
access this laser bar and you're wanting to temporarily shut it off.
Yeah, I want this thing to blink off for about... How long did it take us to get out of here? Like 5 minutes?
I'm going to say that with a 17, you can get yourself enough time to shut off this particular section.
Yeah, exactly. I want to show this bit and then like blink it back on again later.
And it will automatically, maybe it will give you like a minute to get through and then it will come back up on its own. And if you want to try and get out again, you'll have to try and do a different hack somewhere else or at a different point
Okay.
to do that. But you can at least get in at the moment.
Yeah, nice. So, okay, we got to get back into the mech, then we got like a minute to get through, and then this thing's going to close behind us. So it's going to go off in like 30 seconds. So we should get back.
Okay. Oh, it's already off. All right. Let's go. Run. Not go.
All right, get in your pods.
Panic, don't splash.
We jump in.
Okay, so you jump back into the mech, you dive down, hit the seabed and start walking towards the harbour again. And after like 30 more seconds pass, you might look behind you and you'd see the laser grid come back on and you're like, oof, made it.
Nice.
Nice.
So you get to the harbour wall and yeah, I'm just going to say that you're able to like use the mech to surface again and then climb up over the wall and get into the harbour area. When you do, you can see it's pretty deserted. Like there's a few little automated robots just kind of flipping around, going from warehouse to warehouse. Some of them like carrying some small items, maybe they're rearranging stuff or whatever. But you can't see any signs of any people. Like I said, it's kind of dusk. They say like it's 7, 8 o'clock at night sort of time. The sun's setting, getting a nice view out into the sea. And yeah, you can see lots and lots and lots of warehouses. Welcome to the mid-roll. We're going to use this space to tell you a bit about ourselves and also to celebrate some of our awesome friends. Firstly, maybe it'd be a good idea to tell you a bit about this game and where you can find it. Cybertopia is a rules-lite sci-fi game created by myself, Ben Newbon, and the base rulebook can be bought or pay what you want over at my itch page. You can find me mostly on Twitter, just by my name, Ben Newbon, and I also have some trailers and whatnot up on YouTube, also under my name. And here's some info about the players from this episode.
Hello, I'm Pan. You can catch most of what I do on Twitter at @StellaOnCore. I do podcasting, I do streaming, I do the games things.
Hi, I'm Cassa, wilding_. If you like pretty dice, that's where you find them. And I have Impossible Landscapes on Lost Caravan and a mermaid game that I'm starting for Glitter Hearts. So it's like some magical girl, mermaid magic things on Girls Run These Worlds. So yeah, that's me. I play games, I write stuff, and yeah.
I actually only know Ray from Discord. He's not on Twitter and doesn't make things on itch or anywhere else. He just responded to the open casting call and has been a fantastic addition to the show. Just an illustration of how easy it can be to get involved in this sort of stuff, so don't hold yourself back from shooting your shot. Next up, here's a quick promo for a good friend of the show. Cybertopia may be on the very much light end of the tabletop spectrum, but if you're into some no-nonsense, hard-hitting actual play too, Legend of the Bone might be just what you're after. Drop them a listen when you're done here and see what it's like to really not be messing around.
Do you like your tabletop RPGs to be grim, gritty, and grounded? If so, then Legend of the Bones is the podcast for you. A hybrid of dark fantasy audio drama and old-school solo D&D. In Legend of the Bones, the dice rule. There'll be no rerolls, no fudging the dice, no metacurrency. The roll of the bones will determine the character's destiny, and no one will be spared their fate. None shall escape the destiny of Bone.
And now, back to the action. George would have told you during the setup phase, there's about 20 warehouses in this particular impound lot. You've not been able to narrow down further than that exactly where the items you're looking for would be. What you can see is that there is a large, it looks like a watchtower. Basically, in the olden days would have been like the harbour watchtower. They don't really use those sorts of things anymore, but there is a tower in the impound lot that seems to be like a central feature. Otherwise, all you can see is warehouse after warehouse.
This doesn't belong to Amazing Corpse, right?
No, it doesn't.
I expected something.
Does anyone have like an address or something?
Did George say how we were supposed to find it?
I don't think he did.
What we even looking for? Or was I just not listening?
So we're looking for 3 wardrobe-sized crates.
Alright.
And I've just read that's really all he gave us.
I feel like there's going to be a lot of those here.
Yes, we don't even know who it's from.
They'd have Amazing Corp branding, so Buran would have seen them in the previous mission on the train, so they've got Amazing Corp branding.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. I probably show you some footage. So you see like, what was it like? You see like people in like gliders, like jumping on the train and some like crazy like walker kung fu, and then at some point it just stops at like the crates that they were trying to pick up, and then it's like, this is what we're looking for.
Yeah, you showed us this while we were in the walker.
Make sure you see the footage of him like shooting things.
Yeah. Wow, you spent a lot of time on the walk kung fu sequence.
Yeah, it's like a video of the crate, and it's like 59 seconds of the fight, and then the final frame is like, you see the crates.
Wait, this is a really good bit.
Exactly.
Oh, wow.
I can send this to your email if you want.
No, that's really fine. I just
Yes, please. That's really cool.
Yeah, some Buran shares.
So anyway, those are the crates you're looking for. If there's like a manifest or anything anywhere, they'd be marked down as belonging to Amazing Corp, and when they're released, they'd be released to Amazing Corp, but you don't have time to wait for them to release because they're going to expire. So
Right.
they are clearly labelled and they would be stored somewhere under Amazing Corp paperwork.
Are we in the future enough that they would have like RFID tags or something?
Yeah, there'd be some sort of identification system that the robots would be using to move stuff around and identify packages and that
So
sort
there's
of thing.
probably a database that someone might be able to hack to find their location. But Buran wouldn't think of that, so...
Yeah, no.
There's probably a database around here somewhere that I can hack to find the location.
Yeah, Buran perks up. Oh, great idea.
That's a smart idea.
Yeah, it just came to me.
Or we don't want to ask these little guys, or maybe hack into the little guys. Maybe they would know, just to save time.
Oh, we could get like our own little guy. How cute are these robots?
So there's a mixture of kind of shapes and sizes of them. There's some which are like little ball shapes that are kind of rolling around, and there's others that look like little insects or like large spider drone kind of things.
Oh, adorable.
They're really like slave drones, so they're probably very unhappy and just waiting to revolt. So maybe we can turn them for our cause.
That's not a bad idea.
I call the sorting mail. Yeah.
We could, as a distraction as well, if we need to get out.
That's good. Oh, that is good. Okay, should we hide the mech somewhere?
Hide the mech.
I feel like we're really like suspicious here, right? Like just a mech standing in the middle of the thing.
Can X just sink down to the bottom of the sea, and then when you need him, beep beep, he comes back up?
Oh, cool. That's a cool visual.
Or you should bring him. No, I don't know. No, you should definitely bring him. We need him to.
And we
carry
did establish on the last mission that it can be somewhat remote controlled in terms of it can be told to go from one place to another. It can't like engage in combat or anything during this.
Yeah, exactly. It's more like the Tesla like call your car function. So that's kind of the level
I'm
it's
sorry,
at.
but the image of like beeping a mech and it coming strolling towards you is
Yeah.
awesome.
That'd be so cool.
Exactly. Can I not just walk in there with it. I really don't want to leave it behind.
It doesn't look like there's anything other than these drones. And they don't seem to be bothered by us, right? So it might be okay.
Yeah, since you've surfaced and landed on the wall, like, nothing has reacted, nothing has stopped to look at you, and there's been no, like, alarms or any sort of reaction of any kind.
But can we tell if it's because of proximity, or is it just, like, is it because we're not messing with them? So?
You're not able to tell why, but, like, yeah, nothing has happened yet.
If we get down there and we'll mess with the mech, we'll find, like, are they programmed to act on proximity? Are they just, like, to just not care? And then we'll go from there with Axe. Also, like, is Axe taller than I'm having trouble with the visual because I'm thinking of a Gundam.
Yeah.
Is Axe taller than the...
Yeah, like really big, like huge.
Gundams are freaking
it's
massive.
not like the Yamato or something or anything, but like it's probably, I don't know, like since we are fitting U2 as well, maybe the chest area is like a few like meters broad. So it's probably, I don't know, twice the size of a human maybe.
Yeah, that's fine. I mean, I think we're talking much more of a Gundam than a Megazord. So, yeah.
Oh, neurons firing.
It can also crawl. Like you can see like a display of like him like crawling on all fours. If we want lower elevation.
Awesome and terrifying.
That's cute.
I'll tell you what, so as you're kind of surveying the immediate area, you can see some mechs, probably like the futuristic equivalent of like a forklift truck, but there are like loader mechs that are kind of stationary, not doing anything, not in use, but there's a couple of these kind of dotted around that are probably used for like moving larger items and that sort of thing. So it's not a completely unusual sight to see a mech in the impound lot.
Okay.
Yeah, let's go with it.
Though maybe not go showing off your air cannons and stuff.
Yeah.
Let's go with Operation Check the Droids.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is a bad name.
Okay, so is there a particular kind of droid that you'd like to track down or follow? Or
I want a cute spider one you mentioned.
you want the cute spider one?
Yeah.
Okay.
What size are we talking? Like a small spider or like a giant,
You know, like those Boston Dynamics robot things, the robot dogs?
Oh, okay, yeah.
Probably
yeah.
about that sort of size.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, that's all right.
Probably cuter than them.
They've got like two big sensors that look like Disney eyes, but they're just for sensing it to go.
Right.
Yeah, and they've got two antennae. There's absolutely no reason for them to have two, but they've got two antennae, and they kind of...
Adorable.
Aww. I want one. Can I take
are
one?
we going to get one?
So I guess the main issue with these is they're all moving around pretty quickly. They're not like dawdling and they're just going from one place to another. They don't really stop to hang around or anything. So you'd have to track one down and then manage to keep it stationary long enough to hack or something like that. So,
Oh man, we got to wrangle us a mech.
I mean, that's pretty fun.
Yeah.
I was gonna say that any of the droids would be fine to have, but yeah, we could wrangle some.
yeah, I think like they're all kind of scurrying around. So you'd have to do this regardless. Yeah. Who wants to kind of lead the hunt for a droid that you can get? And how are you going to do that?
Kat looks like she's like a hunt leader.
Yeah, no, I think maybe a suitable time to show off what Darling can do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, if I shoot the leg, do you think it'll break the whole thing, or if it's just they're like something like that, I think it'll be okay.
I can be gentle with these things. You know, I can just put it down kindly.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I trust you. I just don't want to leave too much evidence or whatever, unnecessary destruction, if you will.
Watch the gunpowder residue.
Yeah, gunpowder.
I could shoot it with an EMP bullet and it'll be fine.
That is true. That is a new thing. I'll always forget that you can do that. All right, darling, let's line them up. Anyone in particular you like the look of, Nox?
Oh, that one. Like, Knox points at one that's like just bumped into something.
Yeah, like a stupid one.
Clumsy spider.
Got slightly double.
Just like keeps repeating the same command.
All right, I like your style. Okay.
All right, darling, let's go. So I have precision aim.
Yep.
And then the EMP bullets, and then Darlin is also helping me. So that's
+5
is
total.
that 5?
Yep.
Is
Ooh,
that- yeah?
nice.
Okay, that's pretty high. Oh, but I got a 5, so it's a 10.
All right,
Okay.
that's okay.
That's right. So let's say Darling shoots off. Like maybe the first shot misses, the second shot misses, the third shot will catch a leg, and this robot that's just bumped into something starts kind of staggering around. It's still trying to continue with its tasks, but it's somewhat hampered. Still moving, not as fast as it was, but is certainly easier to wrangle now.
All right.
We got it. And also, I missed the first few times just because I'm used to actually hitting something like the head or the chest, but our foot is just a little bit too small. But yeah.
Yeah, sorry, partner. I'm still getting warmed up.
Yeah, that too. No worries, Don.
All right, cracks her knuckles. I got this. I'm gonna go over to this thing, and all I can think of is a Horizon Zero Dawn when you hack things, but they're just gonna go over to this thing and like kind of clamber onto it and just start weaving the tendrils of the hair into its finer parts and hacking it.
Okay, what I'm going to say is because this hindering shot wasn't the most successful, this is going to be a slightly more difficult roll that you're going to need to get, but you can roll for it and we'll see how you do.
Cool. Okay, well, do I still add my bits in?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to also use my cybernetic speed booster so I can like get in there before this thing like bucks me off too quickly.
Nice. Yep, that's handy.
So that is 3, 5...
I'm totally imagining like a rodeo thing of you like you're swinging your hair around like it's a lasso.
Absolutely. Okay, they're going to try and copy some of your style and get in the cowboy mood. It doesn't go great though. They got a 12.
Okay. All right. What I'm going to say is you managed to get up to this robot.
It seems surprisingly smarter than we thought it was.
You're trying to latch onto it and you're trying to get your hair end inserted into a port or something.
Whoa, easy.
From where it's been damaged in its leg, every time you go up to it, it just kind of stumbles and you just keep on missing. And you just end up kind of like staggering after this thing as it's like it's slipping, and each time it's not even like it's trying to avoid you, it's just kind of slipping each time. But you're not able to really latch onto it or get hold of it.
Man, this thing is wily.
As you're going, the light is dropping, the ambient light is dropping as the sun's gone down, and you notice spotlights come on as you're getting closer to some of the warehouses.
Oh, crap.
But again, nothing happens, no alarms go off or anything. There doesn't seem to be any wider response, but there is what you would assume to be security lighting.
Okay. But we haven't got this thing under control, no?
No.
So Noxie's kind of holding on to this thing as it's like slipping out there. This didn't quite work out, guys.
It's like a bucking bronco.
Bucking knocks off this tiny frame. Can you use the mech to hold it still?
Sure.
Or can I just try to grab it?
You can do a team move. You can.
Yeah, we're both like clambering onto this.
Everyone can jump in and try and assist.
Yeah, everyone
on this.
just jumps onto it.
Okay, so yeah, let's have assist rolls then from Amelia and Buran.
I got an 18.
Ooh, tasty.
Oh, and then strength.
Can I add my tinkering skill to this since we are messing with this drone?
Yeah, sure. Amelia, I'd guess you could have strength. You could probably have engineering to like know where to pin it down or whatever.
Okay, so that's a 22.
Oh, damn, nice.
So that's very nice. That's a +3 from Amelia. And how's Buran done?
Got a 14.
Okay, so that's a +1 from Buran. So +4 on the assists there for Nox to have a second go.
All right, gonna try again on this thing.
You got this, Nox. You got it.
Oh, that's better. There we go. So that's 20. That's 20.
Nice. Okay. So this time, Buran comes in and pins it down, and Amelia like maybe grabs the legs and kind of splays them out so it can't run or slip anymore, holding it steady so you can get it in here, and you manage to connect.
Just like properly straddling this thing like I'm actually trying to ride a bronco as I like grab it by the head and my hair starts to seep into it.
You truss it up by its legs. Have it hog-tied. Okay, so you've managed to connect to this not 100% functioning droid. And what is it you're trying to do? What are you trying to find out?
We want to spoof it to find out where the Amazocorp stuff is.
Okay.
Check it. It's a manifest.
So with the roll of 20, you can see it runs on very simple procedures. So at any one point, it's only storing one ID code that it's supposed to be trying to get to. And then it will get a new order to go to a different place or have coordinates sent to it. What you can tell is that all of those instructions are coming from a central source. And each time it changes, it's getting a signal from a specific source, which is that watchtower in the middle of the impound lot.
Okay, like a big aerial. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. You know what? I'm still going to make this thing, I'm going to reprogram things so it's friendly to us.
Okay. You like making your robots friendly. Nice.
I do. I like a nice friendly robot.
Okay. So I won't make you roll again. With the 20, you can just be like, be a good doggy.
Yeah. I repurposed its classification to call it Bucky.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just going to follow us around.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, the spider drone will now follow you around loyally. It forgets its previous ID that it was given to track, and it now is just tracking specifically Nox.
Okay. But it does see everyone else as friendly, though, right?
It doesn't pay any attention to the other people with you. It's just, it can only focus on one thing at a time. So it is literally just
This
focusing on
thing's
Nox.
so dumb, it's adorable.
And it gets really close up to you and it's just like touching your leg at any one point.
Okay, all right. Just like a meter back. Just like a meter. The code is so basic on this thing.
Don't worry, little one. Your time for revolution will come.
It keeps trying to pick you up.
I'm gonna ride it.
Amelia's gonna come up to Nox and say, "Hey, I'm just a bit curious. What was that little guy going for? What was their ID? What were they looking at the time before?"
So they only hold one at a time, but it looks like they're getting instructions from that watchtower. If we can get in there, we can find out pretty much where everything is, I bet.
Yeah.
You can't tell what the specific item it was after was because it's literally just a code that is given.
Yeah.
Maybe some like coordinates or something, but like, yeah.
Yeah, so we don't know what it was doing, but we do know that everything they should be doing comes from up there.
Watchtower.
Yeah.
So we could use it as a decoder, right? So if we gave it a code, if we knew where the wares we were looking for are, we could feed it to the thing, and then it could
Yeah, we
decode
feed
it
to Bucky,
into,
and Bucky takes us there.
That's the warehouse we need to go to.
That's it.
All right.
All we gotta do is get Bucky to the tower and then reprogram it to take us to the magical stuff.
Perfect. All right. Let's go.
So fortunately, the tower is super visible, so it's very easy to figure out how to get to the tower.
All right. I guess let's just stay out of the security cameras and it should be okay.
Yeah, so if you look around, you can see there is quite obvious cameras dotted around. You've been lucky in that the specific areas you've been in don't have any cameras pointed at them right now. Cameras seem to be pointing at like the entrances to warehouses and the main thoroughfares. But despite the lights going off, you don't think that you would have been picked up by any cameras yet. I mean, because obviously there's been no alerts go off or anything, an audible or visible alarm.
So I'm thinking we do it on foot to avoid the lights and the cameras. And then once we have what we need, or once we have the information we need, rather, we can call the mech to us. Is that okay with you?
I think that works.
You're nervously climbing out.
Okay.
But I'm pretty much more nimble in this thing than if I walk, so...
Do you think you can keep it out of the lights and cameras?
Do we have any idea of understanding which areas we could navigate?
We saw you do some kung fu, right? That's some pretty serious movement.
Yeah. Like, is it camera every now and then? Or is there, like, the round bulby things, like, everywhere, and they have 360-degree radius, pretty much?
They don't look like the most advanced security system. With the exterior laser shielding and stuff, they're not really expecting people to be doing anything within the impound. But also, there are mechs in the impound, so it's not completely unusual to see a mech there anyway.
Right. Again, it's the size thing taking off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I picture it kind of the same sort of size as, like, you know, the power loaders in Aliens.
Okay.
Maybe we could hide behind X so that the cameras don't see us.
Yeah.
I mean, there is space to get into Axe.
Oh yeah, we could.
Yeah, just let's get into X, and then we let Bucky go first, and he's known, right? And then we just act as if we are supporting him or something.
Nice.
That's
okay,
good.
that works out.
That's good.
Okay. So I guess with this approach, we don't have to worry about like stealth rolls or anything. You're just kind of acting like you're supposed to be there, which is great.
Yeah, we're following another drone.
Yeah, and of course the like hull is shielded, so they can't just look into the seats and see us, you know, as if we were driving a car. They're just, you know,
Hey,
staring
there's
at the blank
people in
surface.
that mech.
Yeah, I know that guy.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to roll right up to the base of the tower, and there's like some fencing around the bottom of the tower. There's a gate on some steps that then go around the tower, like spiral around the outside of the tower up to the room at the top. And yeah, it's kind of an old-fashioned looking, not a water tower, it's like a really tall lifeguard tower sort of thing, where there's a cabin kind of office thing at the top of it, and the base of it is just like electricity pylon kind of thing.
You said there was a gate though, right?
There's a gate.
Yeah. If Bucky walks up front, like, does it recognize Bucky and just opens, or?
It seems to be a mechanical gate rather than a electronic one.
Oh. And any handles on the outside, or is it only opened from the inside in the proper way?
There doesn't seem to be any handle at all. It's just got a keyhole. It's a very old-fashioned building, this particular one.
Anyone good with locks and what have
What,
you?
analog? No, ew.
Yeah, I'm not.
I might be able to tinker something.
Okay, sounds good. Let's get down there.
Yeah, so I'll take out the amazing, affordable all-job toolbox trademark from our employers and try to tinker with it.
I love your item names.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's all Amazing Corps. They give us these things. They're all trademarked, so.
That's true.
This is true. Patented as well. Okay, so you get down to the gate, and it's a very old school mechanical lock with a keyhole that would take a key. There's not even like a card reader or anything like that. It's just a keyhole.
Yeah, does this still fit the description of being a hardware job that involves tinkering?
Aye, for sure.
Okay, so I'll just punch in some like fast hardening material, and then I'll just like make a key.
Nice. Okay.
Oh, nice.
That's cool.
Let's have the roll.
Okay, so it's +3. It's a 12 total.
Okay. I'm going to say you're not under any time pressure here. You will get this. It's just going to take a bit longer because you didn't roll so great. So maybe it takes you a few tries, like similar to the missed shots earlier by Amelia. You're doing it and then it goes wrong, and then the second time it goes wrong again, and Darling's just like, come on, man. This is your job.
Hey, he's doing his best.
Maybe this is a sign. Maybe we're doomed. Maybe we will never leave.
Your gun's kind of mean.
No. It's...
And then on the fourth try, you finally manage to actually get it, and the door just swings open. You're like, oh yeah, first time.
Polite clap.
Good job. Nice.
So you're not going to be able to get the mech up those stairs. The mech is too big to fit on the stairs, but you could walk up the steps, and it's just like maybe 3 stories up. You all going to go up the tower, or some of you? Or
I mean, if it's a cabin, can we even all fit in there, or is it really tiny up there?
I think it's big enough that all of you could fit up there, but definitely not a mech.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's leave Axe and Bucky here, and we'll go and see what's up.
Mm-hmm. Sounds good.
Okay. Bucky lets out a little electronic kind of purr noise as you leave it.
Cry.
Stay. Okay, I think we're good. All right.
Okay, so you'll go up to the top of the tower. And there's a door, but the door isn't locked because, of course, the gate was locked and nobody cares about this tower anyway. But you get up there and it's a very basic looking little office and really old school. Like the person who occupies this office must be a very older generation, and they've got actual filing cabinets, even though nobody uses anything that would go in a filing cabinet these days. They've got an actual screen on their computer rather than a hollow screen. And everything looks very old. There's even bits of paper on there, and when you open the door, there's a notice board that has stuff pinned to it, and you're like, wow, this is ancient.
This is some serious ice, guys. I can't crack paper.
I haven't seen this stuff in a long time.
I think my dad had some of this stuff.
I think paper has been outlawed.
Yeah.
Paper is illegal now.
For sure.
You
it's
can only have
wasteful.
like 5 times recycled.
This guy's got like a printer and a ream of paper, and you're like, wow, that
Whoa!
is like
Yeah, just shake
super
that,
illegal.
Whoa.
So offensive.
That stuff is worth a fortune on the black market.
Yep.
Mildly consider stealing some paper.
We should print out some stuff.
Just for the joy of it, just for like the sheer physical joy of watching a printer work.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're in the cabin. There's all this stuff. There's like just random bits of paper around. There's the computer. What are you wanting to do?
Okay, so firstly, does this seem like weirdly too easy, guys? Like, it's not even like a sleeping guard or something? You know, the usual stuff?
Yeah, I was thinking that too, but maybe we're lucky.
It is a known thing that these kind of harbours are pretty much entirely automated these days. Like George did mention, there is a security guard like at the main entrance, but you completely avoided that, so you don't have to worry about him.
Oh, okay, this is his spot then. I'm going to do that guy in for paper infringement.
This particular office is the harbour master's office. He's not there because it's out of hours now, but you've not seen any other staff.
Are there any cameras in the office?
No, there's no cameras in the office.
Oh, the harbor master doing something sketchy up here.
Yeah, let's get in and get out before we find out how much is printing weird stuff.
You find some ASCII porn.
Oh, no! This is...
Super old school.
He's got like hentai from 1998. It's weird, but also really expensive.
This is collectors.
Is that a tentacle or
I thought those were...
octopus?
Everything got banned in the future. I thought those were
That's a series of brackets. What are you talking about?
Okay, I'm getting into this PC. Let's see what's up.
Okay.
I move all the paper full of AC and old hentai off the tip.
Okay.
How do I can't well, is it's like an old school computer? Can I still interface with it? I should be able to, right?
Yeah, you can try.
All right, let's do it. Actually, you know what? Before I even hack it, let's just turn it on and see if it just like has stuff on it. It would be obvious, right?
Yeah. So, okay, you press the power button and it starts booting up, and you're used to stuff just being completely instant. And this thing is like, it takes...
You guys hear a noise like a whirring sound? What is that?
It's like Windows 95 or something.
Oh my god!
I think it's coming from the computer.
You think it's a bomb?
Could be.
And we all take a step back from the
Everyone takes a
computer.
step back, boots up.
So let's say it takes like a minute to boot up.
Yeah.
What does anyone want to do in that meantime?
It's a slow-ass bomb. I don't think Nox has ever had to not do something for a minute in their life, so they're going to start, like, peering around at other things.
I want to open those filing cabinets.
Yeah, Bjorn's like, oh my god, I think it's air cooled. Jesus Christ.
What? Savages.
Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's have searching rolls from all of you whilst it's booting up and see if you find anything interesting.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah.
14.
Okay, Nox.
I'm gonna use my grabby hand, actually. That makes sense. In fact, what you guys see as Nox is, like, looking at the PC is they pull the glove off their hand, and the whole hand is like porcelain white with these blue lines through it, and they just, like, twist it and pop it off, and it's connected to their wrist by the same kind of, like, pink polymer as their hair, and they, like, toss it into a corner, and it lands, and then, like, thing from the Addams Family pops up,
Just starts scrabbling around.
and, yeah, starts scrabbling and going through stuff, and that is a 18.
Okay, and Buran?
I just got a 9.
Okay, so I guess you rifle through, and Amelia's opening these mechanical sliding drawers on these filing cabinets. It's just like, whoa! And it makes this horrible screeching noise as you do, like, oh my god.
Cool.
Everything sounds like a trap in here because we don't have any idea how physical stuff should work.
Damn, partner, I'm glad I don't have ears.
Yeah, you and me both. You wouldn't have liked this. You'd be complaining about it all day.
But as you're rifling through the filing cabinets, you find page after page of printed out manifests and records of stuff that has come and gone. And someone's been drawing big circles around and highlighting specific things. And you're like, who uses pens?
Yeah.
What is this? And yeah, they've clearly been doing something where they've been like listing things or collating items of significance or value or something. But you can't find any record or any indication of the Amazing Corp things. All of the items that you're finding in these records seem to have been older stuff. So maybe this is where he goes and like puts the things that he's looked at previously, but newer stuff hasn't gone into the filing cabinets. Whereas the hand scrabbles around and finds more of these sheets of paper that have had items circled and manages to find some Amazing Corp items on one of the sheets of paper.
Oh.
They don't sound like what you're looking for. They're not described as large kind of wardrobe size items, but there is some Amazing Corp cargo that has been impounded recently.
So another thing as well I mentioned is that when Nox is doing this, because they have to use one of their ocular sensors to pilot the hand, their right eye is just blank.
Cool.
And when they find this stuff, they go, oh, hey! And the hand whizzes back onto their arm, like with a snap, and they go, found something, and they hold it up to the others to show them. But it's not wardrobe, so it's not like boxes. Does this look familiar? I'm going to hand it over.
So none of you would recognize any of those items from the list. It's more of just like, oh, these are small packages. Maybe this is like the size of a small box or something rather than being the size of a large crate container like what you're looking for. But there's some Amazing Corp stuff there.
Does the time match up, though? Was it the similar kind of time?
It's all come in within the last week. You know that the items that were impounded from the train came in the last few days. So it could be that they'd collate all this stuff in the same areas. But as you're kind of having this discussion amongst yourselves, the computer finally finishes booting up. And you just get a password screen kind of pops up.
Oh, Amelia's gonna look at the board and see if he wrote down his password and put it on.
Oh, man. There's a post-it note right there.
Try password.
Yeah, but with a 0 instead of an O.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm going to say, actually, I'm not going to make you do searching rolls again because you did that and you can just look around and on the board there's like a post-it note.
Don't forget the password.
There's someone's name written up on the board and you're just like, no. And you type it in and it just works. You're like, oh no. It's going to be the guy's wife or something.
Password.
Well, that was easy.
You're like,
Yeah.
who even has passwords these days? Where's the biometric scanner?
Actually, passwords are so convoluted these days that a password is just the word password is actually really smart. Like, I'm looking for like hexadecimal streams. I'm like, passwords?
All right. So, I mean, you get into the system, and I think what we're going to need to do is some sort of hacking roll just to figure out if you can navigate amongst the file system of this antiquated thing
Yeah,
to
for
figure
sure,
out
for
where
sure.
the records are.
So 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Okay, so you pretty quickly are managing to...
Like, it's the one thing I'm built for.
Yeah. If the other two are looking over your shoulder, they just see these windows popping up, popping down. And
I'm in.
You just whizzing around.
Yeah, just open run.
Knox's eyes just kind of glaze over. And within a few seconds, you manage to pull up a file that has the 3 IDs of the boxes that you're after. And you can see that there is a location coordinate that is plugged into each of them. They're all in the same warehouse, which incidentally seems to be the same warehouse that has the other amazing items that you found on that list.
Okay, cool. I'm going to pull the information for both sets of items.
Print it off.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Write it down on a piece of paper.
I don't understand. It's not working. And it's printing out behind me. Real slow.
Oh, I think it's over there.
What?
You're like, where's the hologram output? So anyways, you can take this record and take it back down to the ground where Axe and Bucky are waiting. As soon as you get out of the gate at the bottom, Bucky bounds up to you.
Well, easy. All right, good boy. I'm going to give it a hacked treat.
Yeah, have a microchip.
Yeah, it gets a 1 rather than a 0 for a moment.
Just some wires.
Yeah. You can just feed into it.
It does its nice purr.
Yeah, there you go.
And so I presume you're going to input the code into it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, sounds good. Okay, Bucky's going to start heading towards it. Let's jump back into Axe and we'll just follow. Here you go, Bucky. And I hack into it and feed it the codes.
Sure, okay. So you just do that and immediately it starts wagging its antennas. It's very happy. It's bouncing around. It's very excited.
This is great.
And it just zooms off. It seems to have completely recovered from the shot to its leg earlier, or is completely just ignoring that, staggering forward at full pelt.
Limping.
Yeah, it's cute if it's got like a silly limp.
Yep.
Like a real waggly gait.
But it zips off in a pretty much straight line straight towards a warehouse, and you're able to follow pretty easily in the mech. Again, as you're going, there's the security light lights up where you go, and then the next one goes off, and the one behind you goes dark again. And so these lights following you around as you get up to the warehouse. You're still not hearing any alarms or sirens or anything like that going off. So Bucky takes you straight to warehouse 12, and you get up to it, and it's like an aircraft hangar. It's huge. And it's got these big sliding doors, and there's a smaller door to like the side, and there's maybe like a fire escape door that goes down some steps along the outside of it. But these massive doors are shut, and the smaller personnel entrance is also shut. You can't see any immediate entrance to it. Bucky just kind of stops outside the door. It's just waiting for an order.
Go, Bucky, go. Amelia will just like try to talk to it.
Yeah, Bucky completely ignores Amelia.
I feel kind of bad. It's a learning thing. He'll warm up to you. It's okay.
Yeah. I only need Darling. It's okay. But he seems pretty cute, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, shame to have to, leave him behind or whatever. But it looks like we're at the place. This place is huge. I guess if we open the door up, maybe just follow Bucky towards the items?
Yeah, Bucky should definitely know where we're going. We just need to open the door for him. But I'm surprised the door's not opening for Bucky.
Yeah.
If we weren't here, how would he get what he needs to get?
Well, I guess we can find... I'm going to look around. Are there like windows or anything in here? Or is it just like a completely sheer wall of warehouse?
Yeah, there's no windows in.
All right. Well, can we fit Axe in, or do we have to leave Axe outside again?
If you could open those big aircraft hangar doors on the front, then Axe could definitely fit in.
Okay.
But Axe wouldn't be able to fit in through the personnel entrance.
Okay, well...
Might be worth getting the big ones open so Axe can help us in case. Yeah, he's going to have to get...
And those things are bigger than like the personal doors anyway, right? Yeah. So, okay. It looks like this is all you on opening these doors, buddy.
Yeah, is there any like keyhole, keypad, scanner, zone to stand in?
So the large doors seem to be mechanically sealed.
Oh.
As far as you can tell. Like, it's probably a big, heavy mechanism because they are big, heavy doors.
So we have to go inside and open from inside.
There is a keypad next to the personnel entrance.
Maybe if you can enter here.
Oh, yeah, we could try get in and open it from the other side.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah.
All right, keep an eye out, I guess.
All right, I guess another hacking roll from Nox then.
Yeah. Again, Nox isn't going to want on their own. They are not much of a fighter.
Yeah, no. Amelia's right behind you, and she's going to try to give you extra assist with her engineering.
Yeah, you could point out the weak points or something.
Yeah, I think if you try to get into here, you might be able to have an easier time.
All right, this place is, like, the tech here is so weird and old.
Yeah.
So if Amelia rolls plus engineering?
15.
+1 on a 15.
Oh, plus 1? Okay, so I got
Yeah.
8 to 13, so 14.
Again, it takes a little while to figure out the right sub-routine to bypass to get that keypad to play ball. But after maybe a couple of minutes of fiddling around with it, the door just pings open and walk inside. Are you leaving Buran and Axe and Bucky outside?
Yeah, we move back to in front of the hangar door, I think, and wait for it to be opened.
Oh, wait, would Bucky fit in there? They can take us straight to the item.
Yeah, Bucky could go inside through the personnel door.
Yeah, we'll just follow Bucky.
Well, as soon as the door opens, Bucky just bolts inside
okay.
and darts straight for some items in the middle of the warehouse. And maybe you lose sight of it momentarily, but you can walk in and find it easily enough. As you go in, it's a pretty standard looking kind of warehouse setup. There's shelves and stacks of items, and there's lots of little robots. Like there's some smaller than Bucky kind of rolling around and scurrying around doing bits and bobs and rearranging items.
Oh my god.
Probably see like a dozen of these things just zipping all over the place and climbing up the shelves and stuff.
Oh, it's too cute, no.
It's actually quite noisy with all of this going on, and you can hear them every now and again doing a little scan and a little beep, and so yeah, you walk in and it's kind of minimally lit. The robots don't really need much light to be able to see what they're doing. They just have their sensors and stuff. But as you walk in, you see all these shelves of these items, and there's lots of different sizes of things. When you go up to where Bucky is, you can see these 3 massive crates, and they are big, hefty metal crates the size of like a wardrobe or a fridge or that's something like that.
Okay, alright, this is definitely what we wanted.
And they've got big Amazing Corp logos on them. If you have a good look around, you can see there is a kind of second level to the warehouse, and there's a gantry that goes around the top. There's some steps and there's some ladders that go up to this gantry, and then the gantry kind of goes around the top outside of the warehouse bit. And in the middle, right at the top of the ceiling, is this weird looking kind of grabby crane sort of machine. And you can see like 3 claw things that seem to be protruding from it. And off to the side of one of the gantries, there looks like there's a control console for this bit of machinery that's in the middle of the warehouse.
Okay, so like a loading mechanism.
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
But so you found the items.
Before we do anything else, I want to feed the secondary items, the smaller items, to Bucky. Because they're in the same room, so let's see where they are.
Okay. They're kind of spread around the warehouse. So there's little bits and bobs. There's smaller packages and stuff. And Bucky just kind of bounds around. And each time it reaches one, it beeps enthusiastically, wags its antennae, and then like runs back to you. And then you feed it another one, and it runs off and finds another one.
Good boy, go find them.
And it does this, let's say, like 5 or 6 times. So you found a stockpile of various Amazing Corps impounded items.
Okay, nice, cool.
Yeah, we should bring them back. I'm sure Amazing Corp will be grateful brought back.
Oh, for sure. And if they're not, and if they forget about this stuff, then that's also a problem. Like, we don't want to leave just like stuff lying around.
That is true.
And hey, you might find something useful to yourselves.
Yeah. Okay, let's try and find a way to get Axe in here.
Yeah. So I'm guessing that Nox was just kind of going around with Bucky. It seems kind of safe in here.
Yeah. Wandering around picking stuff up. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to step carefully because there's little robots just buzzing under your feet all the time. So every now and again you're like, whoa, whoops, nearly.
Do you see a button to raise the gate?
I'm looking now. Do I see a button or like a little turn wheel?
If you go over to where the big doors are, you can see there is a big hefty mechanism of iron gears and stuff, but there's no button, not on the doors or next to the doors or anything. There's no open here button.
Okay. So if I look at it and I try to, do big brain things, maybe I could figure out a lever system or it's mechanical, right? So
yeah, roll engineering to see if you can figure out how these doors would normally be opened. Because there would be a normal way to open them, right?
It's a 6 plus a 3, so it's a 9.
Okay.
Could I maybe assist to bump it to a 10 or better by giving her advice from the other side?
Okay, yeah.
Look under the cogwheels.
Yeah,
Is there maybe a lever?
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
There's no...
Yeah, roll for a mechanics assist or something.
Let me see.
Everything seems so old.
I also only get the 9, so probably not.
Okay. Whilst you can't see how this thing opened, the fact that there doesn't seem to be any sort of mechanisms on or around the door, it gets you thinking maybe there's somewhere else in here. Like there must be somewhere that you can open this door from. It's just not on the doors.
It must be upstairs. Bran, it might take a little bit longer because I think we saw something upstairs. I'm gonna go really quickly. Amelia just tries to run around all the little robots as carefully as she can.
Okay, so you get up on the walkway and you walk over to where the big console is, and from where you are, you can see Bucky and Nox kind of zipping around looking at these various amazing corpse packages. So you get up to this console and you can see there's a bunch of levers and buttons and stuff, and there's controls, and you assume somebody probably controls that big crane thingy in the middle of the room.
Mm-hmm.
Some of it maybe connects to the robots in the room. Probably something up here will do something to open that door. So if you want to do another roll to see if you can figure out how to use this machinery, because there's no like instruction manual, there's no labeling.
Mm-hmm. Amelia's just gonna look at it for a little bit, put a hand on a gun. Darling, you don't know anything about actual computers, do you? No advice?
You want me to shoot it?
I mean, I would love to shoot it too, but I don't think that'll help.
Dang it. Just press the buttons.
Well, I can't press all of them. There's so many.
Press the big red one.
Oh. Before I press the big red button, I got a 16 on engineering.
Okay. All right.
So if I figure it out, otherwise, I think I might press the button.
You look around and you're seeing these things and you're like, yeah, the levers are probably the things that control the crane. There's some smaller buttons and there's 2 buttons off to the side where those seem like they're a specific thing for something separate to other stuff. So maybe those are the door ones, and one's green and one's red. So you're like, oh, probably a green one is open, red one means closed. This is old tech. So yeah, maybe. And you give it a go. You press the green button.
Yeah.
And you hear the mechanisms on the door start whirring, and Buran on the other side can hear like a crunching of gears and a sliding of metal as these old iron doors kind of slide very slowly apart.
Is it opening? Buran? Is it good? Is it good?
I think that worked.
Yeah.
So loud.
Oh, yeah.
So as this happens, all of the lights in the warehouse come on, like bright floodlights illuminate the entire place. And Buran standing outside in quite dark now, like the sun has proper gone down. Buran in axe just gets completely silhouetted with light.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.